One-line Q and one-line answer format, no repeated questions. Aravali Green Wall Initiative. Q. What is the Aravali Green Wall Initiative? A. AMO FCC-led reforestation program to restore the 700-kilometer Aravali range. Q. What are its main objectives? A. To combat desertification, restore ecology, enhance carbon sinks, and revive water bodies. Q. Which areas are covered? A. 29 districts across Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Delhi. Q. What are its key features? A. 1,000 nurseries, agroforestry, ecotourism, and integration with existing plantation schemes. Q. What is the significance of Aravali Range? A. It is one of the world's oldest mountains acting as a barrier against the Thar Desert. Q. What is the highest peak of Aravali? A. Guru Shikhar in Mount Abu, 1,722 meters. Forest Rights Act FRA cells. Q. What are FRA cells? A. Administrative units to speed up implementation of Forest Rights Act under DAJGUA. Q. Where are they located? A. In district, subdivision, collector offices in tribal areas. Q. Who funds them? A. Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Q. What is their main function? A. To expedite claims, issue titles, and support community forest rights. Q. What additional roles do they perform? A. Demarcation, grievance redressal, and integration with welfare schemes. Green India Mission. Q. What is Green India Mission? A. ANAPCC mission to increase forest cover and restore degraded ecosystems. Q. When was it launched? A. 2014 by MO FCC. Q. What are its key goals? A. Increase forest cover, restore ecosystems, and create carbon sinks. Q. What is the carbon target? A. To sequester 2.5-3 billion tons of CO by 2030. Q. What are recent focus areas? A. Aravalis, Western Ghats, Himalayas, mangroves, and mining areas. Project Tiger. Q. What is Project Tiger? A conservation program to protect tigers using core buffer reserve strategy. Q. When was it launched? A. 1973. Q. Which body implements it? A. National Tiger Conservation Authority NTCA. Q. What is the core buffer approach? A. Core zones are strictly protected, while buffer zones allow coexistence. Q. What is its scale in India? A. 54 tiger reserves across 18 states covering approximately 2.23% of India. If you want, I can convert the remaining topics FRA, Red List, TOTR, ETC into a revision-ready MCQ sheet or flashcards format. Here is your content in one-line question and one-line answer format, clean, no repetition of questions. India's National Red List Roadmap. Q. What is the National Red List Roadmap? A national system to assess and classify India's threatened species using IUCN standards. Q. Which organizations are involved? A. ZSI, BSI, IUCN India, and Center for Species Survival. Q. What is its main aim? A. To create a science-based national system for species conservation and policymaking. Q. What global commitments does it support? A. CBD and Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework. Q. What is the key feature of the roadmap? A. First integrated assessment of both flora and fauna including marine biodiversity. Q. What is the target publication? A. National Red Data Books by 2030. Q. What is Vision 2025-2030? A framework for biodiversity assessment aligned with SDGs and KMGBF. Q. What is its objective? A. To create a centralized biodiversity database for evidence-based conservation. Q. What tools are promoted? A. GIS mapping, digital tools, and scientific taxonomy collaboration. Tigers outside tiger reserves TOTR. Q. What is TOTR project? A national initiative to manage tigers living outside protected reserves. Q. What is its main aim? A. To reduce human-tiger conflict and ensure safe coexistence. Q. Which ministry implements it? A. MO FCC and NTCA. Q. What is its duration and budget? A. 2025-28 with 88.7 crore rupees outlay. Q. What is the coverage area? A. 80 forest divisions in 17 tiger range states. Q. What technology is used? A. AI alerts, GPS tracking, camera traps, and data analytics. Q. What is Bagh Mitra? A community outreach program for coexistence awareness. Q. Who manages implementation? A. NTCA with CWLWs and state camper authorities. Other conservation projects. Q. What is Project Dolphin? A program to conserve river and marine dolphins like Ganga and Indus dolphin. Q. What is Project Sloth Bear? A conservation framework for protecting sloth bears and reducing conflict. Q. What is Project Gharial? A recovery program for critically endangered gharials in river systems. Q. What is Co-HWC? A Center for Human-Wildlife Conflict Management using AI and research. Q. Where is Co-HWC located? A. Salim Ali Center for Ornithology and Natural History SACON. National Policy on Geothermal Energy 2025. Q. What is this policy? A AMNRE framework to develop geothermal energy in India. Q. What is India's geothermal potential? A. Around 10 gigawatts across multiple geothermal provinces. Q. What are key applications? A. Power generation, heating, cooling, agriculture, tourism, and desalination. Q. What are major high potential sites? A. Puga, Ladakh, Manikaram, HP, Dattapani, Chhattisgarh. Q. What incentives are provided? A. 100% FDI, tax benefits, subsidies, and viability gap funding. Q. What is the development model? A. Public-private partnerships with oil and gas sector reuse of wells. Q. Who is the nodal agency? A. Ministry of New and Renewable Energy MNRE. If you want, I can convert all these into UPSC prelims MCQs or one-page revision sheets. Here is your content converted into one-line question and one-line answer format, no repetition of questions. India's first bamboo-based ethanol plant, Assam. Q. What is India's first bamboo-based ethanol plant? A. A2G bioethanol plant converting bamboo biomass into renewable fuel. Q. Who developed the plant? A. Assam Bioethanol PVT Limited with Numaligarh Refinery Limited under Moping. Q. What is its main aim? A. To reduce crude oil imports and promote bamboo-based energy. Q. What is its feedstock? A. Bamboo biomass abundantly available in Northeast India. Q. What is its production capacity? A. 60,000 kiloliters of ethanol annually. Q. What technology is used? A. 2G biorefinery using enzymatic hydrolysis and fermentation. Q. What are its environmental benefits? A. Reduces greenhouse gases and prevents biomass waste burning. Q. What is its socioeconomic impact? A. Generates rural employment in bamboo cultivation and processing. Environment Auditors 2025. Q. What are environment auditors? A. Certified professionals who verify environmental compliance of projects. Q. Under which rules were they introduced? A. Environment Audit Rules 2025. Q. Who notified them? A. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Q. What is their main purpose? A. To improve monitoring capacity and ensure environmental accountability. Q. What functions do they perform? A. Audit emissions, check compliance, and assess environmental compensation. Q. Where else do they assist? A. Green credit, e-waste, and plastic waste regulatory frameworks. National Designated Authority, Carbon Markets. Q. What is the National Designated Authority? A. 21 member body regulating India's carbon market under Paris Agreement. Q. What is its main role? A. To approve and monitor carbon credit generation and trading. Q. Who chairs it? A. Environment Secretary of India. Q. Why was it created? A. To implement Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. Q. What does Article 6 enable? A. International trading of emission reduction credits between countries. Q. What are its key functions? A. Project approval, monitoring, and authorizing carbon credit use. India's first SAF plant Panipat. Q. What is SAF? A. Sustainable aviation fuel made from renewable waste like used cooking oil. Q. What is its key advantage? A. It reduces life cycle carbon emissions by up to 80%. Q. Where is India's first SAF plant located? A. Panipat Refinery, Haryana. Q. What is its capacity? A. 35,000 tons per year by 2025. Q. What feedstock is used? A. Used cooking oil from restaurants and food businesses. Q. What certification does it have? A. ISCCCOR SIA certification for global aviation compliance. Q. What is its aviation benefit? A. Compatible with existing aircraft engines up to 50% blending. Q. Why is SAF globally important? A. It is a key pathway for aviation sector decarbonization. If you want, I can combine all these environment topics into a single prelims revision sheet or MCQ test set. Here is your content in one-line question and one-line answer format, no repetition of questions. Ethanol blended petrol EBP program. Q. What is the EBP program? A. A program to blend ethanol with petrol to reduce fossil fuel dependence and emissions. Q. When was it launched? A. It was launched in 2003 and expanded after 2014. Q. What is the blending target? A. 20% ethanol blending originally targeted for 2030. Q. What has India achieved? A. 20% ethanol blending achieved in 2025, 5 years early. Q. What are its main objectives? A. Reduce imports, support farmers, cut emissions, and promote rural economy. Q. What is ethanol sourced from? A. Sugarcane juice, molasses, and damaged food grains. Reclaim framework. Q. What is Reclaim framework? A. A structured community engagement model for mine closure and transition. Q. Which ministry launched it? A. Ministry of Coal. Q. What is its main aim? A. To ensure just and sustainable transition in mining affected regions. Q. What does it focus on socially? A. Community participation, gender inclusion, and livelihood diversification. Q. What does it focus on ecologically? A. Land restoration, afforestation, and water table revival. Q. With which institutions is it linked? A. Panchayati Raj institutions and local governance bodies. National Center for Polar and Ocean Research NCPOR. Q. What is NCPOR? A. India's Apex Institute for Polar and Ocean Research. Q. When was it established? A. 1998. Q. Where is its headquarters? A. Vasco da Gama, Goa. Q. Which ministry controls it? A. Ministry of Earth Sciences. Q. What are its key functions? A. Polar expeditions, ocean research, and climate studies. Q. Which regions does it study? A. Antarctica, Arctic, and Southern Ocean. Q. What infrastructure does it manage? A. Polar stations like Metri, Bharti, and Himadri. National Biodiversity Authority NBA. Q. What is NBA? A. A statutory body implementing the Biological Diversity Act, 2002. Q. When was it established? A. 2003. Q. Where is its headquarters? A. Chennai. Q. What is its main role? A. Regulating access to biological resources and ensuring benefit sharing. Q. What does it regulate internationally? A. Transfer of Indian biodiversity related research to foreign entities. Q. What bodies does it oversee? A. State biodiversity boards and biodiversity management committees. Q. What international agreement does it align with? A. The Nagoya Protocol under CBD. If you want, I can now convert all these environment plus heritage notes into a single UPSC prelims rapid revision PDF style sheet. Water turtle trails. Right pointing arrow regulated ecotourism pathways near sea turtle nesting beaches to promote conservation and livelihoods. 1. Which states are part of turtle trails in India? Right pointing arrow Orissa, Karnataka, and Kerala along key turtle nesting coasts. 2. What is the main aim of turtle trails? Right pointing arrow to combine sea turtle conservation with ecotourism and community participation. 3. What type of access is allowed in turtle trails? Right pointing arrow guided and regulated access during turtle breeding seasons. 4. What infrastructure is used in turtle trails? Right pointing arrow low impact structures like temporary walkways and observation zones. 5. What is India's first urban night safari? Right pointing arrow a controlled nocturnal wildlife viewing project at Kukral Forest, Lucknow. 6. Where is India's first urban night safari located? Right pointing arrow Kukral Forest area, Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. 7. What is the objective of Kukral night safari? Right pointing arrow to promote urban ecotourism and wildlife awareness. 8. Which species are focused in Kukral conservation area? Right pointing arrow crocodiles, gharials, and turtles. 9. What makes Kukral night safari eco-friendly? Right pointing arrow low impact lighting and nature sensitive infrastructure. 10. Where is Ratan Mahal Wildlife Sanctuary located? Right pointing arrow Dahod district, Gujarat near Madhya Pradesh border. 11. What is Ratan Mahal Wildlife Sanctuary famous for? Right pointing arrow highest sloth bear density in Gujarat. 12. What type of forests are found in Ratan Mahal? Right pointing arrow dry teak, mixed deciduous, and bamboo forests. 13. Where is Periyar Tiger Reserve located? Right pointing arrow Western Ghats in Kerala. 14. Why is Periyar Tiger Reserve important? Right pointing arrow it is a model of community-based tiger conservation. 15. What is unique about Periyar conservation model? Right pointing arrow transformation of poachers into protectors. 16. Which major animals are found in Periyar? Right pointing arrow tiger, elephant, gaur, leopard, and wild dog. 17. What is NTCA? Right pointing arrow National Tiger Conservation Authority for Tiger Conservation. 18. When was NTCA formed? Right pointing arrow in 2005 under Wildlife Protection Act Amendment 2006. 19. What is NTCA's main role? Right pointing arrow managing tiger reserves and implementing Project Tiger. 20. Where is Palamu Tiger Reserve located? Right pointing arrow Latehar District, Jharkhand. 21. Why is Palamu Tiger Reserve important? Right pointing arrow India's first tiger reserve and only one in Jharkhand. 22. What forest type is found in Palamu? Right pointing arrow dry deciduous forests dominated by sal trees. 23. Which rivers flow in Palamu Tiger Reserve? Right pointing arrow North Koyal, Barha, and Auranga rivers. 24. What is BNHS Vulture Release Program? Right pointing arrow reintroduction of critically endangered vultures in Assam. 25. Which vultures were released by BNHS? Right pointing arrow slender billed and white rumped vultures. 26. Why are vultures critically endangered? Right pointing arrow diclofenac poisoning from livestock carcasses. 27. Where is African grey parrot found? Right pointing arrow West and Central Africa. 28. Why is African grey parrot famous? Right pointing arrow highly intelligent talking bird species. 29. What is IUCN status of African grey parrot? Right pointing arrow endangered due to habitat loss and illegal trade. 30. Why is African grey parrot threatened in India? Right pointing arrow illegal pet trade and lack of regulation. What is dugong? Right pointing arrow a large herbivorous marine mammal closely related to manatees and elephants. 1. Why is dugong called a sea cow? Right pointing arrow because it is a slow moving marine grazer that feeds on seagrass. 2. Where is dugong found in India? Right pointing arrow Gulf of Mannar, Palk Bay, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and Gulf of Kutch. 3. What is the IUCN status of dugong? Right pointing arrow vulnerable due to declining populations. 4. Under which schedule is dugong protected in India? Right pointing arrow Schedule 1 of the Wildlife Protection Act, 1972. 5. What is the main diet of dugong? Right pointing arrow exclusively seagrass. 6. How much seagrass does dugong consume daily? Right pointing arrow around 30 to 40 kg per day. 7. Why are dugongs called ecosystem engineers? Right pointing arrow they maintain healthy seagrass ecosystems through grazing. 8. What is the lifespan of dugong? Right pointing arrow up to 70 years. 9. Why is dugong reproduction a concern? Right pointing arrow it has very low reproductive rate, one calf every 3 to 7 years. 10. What is Kanchenjunga National Park known for in 2025? Right pointing arrow it is India's only site rated good in IUCN World Heritage Outlook. 11. Where is Kanchenjunga National Park located? Right pointing arrow north and west Sikkim in the eastern Himalayas. 12. Why is Kanchenjunga a UNESCO site? Right pointing arrow it is a mixed heritage site of natural and cultural importance. 13. What major peak is associated with Kanchenjunga National Park? Right pointing arrow Mount Kanchenjunga, 8,586 meters, India's highest peak. 14. What biodiversity is found in Kanchenjunga? Right pointing arrow snow leopard, red panda, Himalayan ta, and 550 plus bird species. 15. Where is Pampadam Shola National Park located? Right pointing arrow Idukki district, Kerala near Tamil Nadu border. 16. What ecosystem dominates Pampadam Shola? Right pointing arrow Shola grassland ecosystem of the Western Ghats. 17. What rivers originate from Pampadam Shola region? Right pointing arrow Pambar and Vagai rivers. 18. What is the main ecological role of grasslands in Pampadam? Right pointing arrow they act as natural water storage systems. 19. What is the impact of Australian wattle in Western Ghats? Right pointing arrow it reduces biodiversity and depletes groundwater. 20. What is Project Cheetah? Right pointing arrow India's wildlife reintroduction program for cheetahs. 21. When was Project Cheetah launched? Right pointing arrow in 2022 in Kuno National Park, Madhya Pradesh. 22. What is the aim of Project Cheetah? Right pointing arrow to restore cheetahs and revive grassland ecosystems. 23. What is the IUCN status of Asiatic cheetah? Right pointing arrow critically endangered. 24. What is the top speed of a cheetah? Right pointing arrow up to 113 km per hour. 25. Where is Asiatic cheetah currently found? Right pointing arrow only in Iran. 26. What is zombie deer disease? Right pointing arrow a fatal neurological prion disease in deer and elk. 27. What causes zombie deer disease? Right pointing arrow abnormal infectious prion proteins. 28. Can zombie deer disease spread to humans? Right pointing arrow no confirmed human cases so far. 29. What is the main symptom of zombie deer disease? Right pointing arrow weight loss, abnormal behavior, and neurological damage. Q. 1. What is SAIE? ASAE is India's nationwide synchronized census of Asian elephants conducted every 5 years to estimate population, distribution, and habitat health. Q. 2. Which organizations publish SAIE? ASAE is jointly published by MO FCC and the Wildlife Institute of India, V. Q. 3. What is the aim of SAIE? To create a harmonized, data-driven baseline for elephant population monitoring aligned with tiger estimation frameworks. Q. 4. What is India's total elephant population as per SAIE? India has 22,446 Asian elephants as per SAIE. Q. 5. Which region has the highest elephant population in India? The Western Ghats region with 11,934 elephants. Q. 6. Which is the leading state in elephant population? Karnataka with 6,013 elephants. Q. 7. What major population trend is seen in Jharkhand and Orissa? A significant decline due to mining and habitat degradation. Q. 8. Which states show elephant population growth? Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh due to migration from eastern regions. Q. 9. What is the Wildlife Protection Act, 1972? It is India's law for wildlife conservation, habitat protection, and regulation of hunting and trade. Q. 10. What is the aim of the Wildlife Protection Act, 1972? To protect wildlife species and ensure ecological and environmental security. Q. 11. What is Section 40 and 42 of Wildlife Act? It requires prior permission from the Chief Wildlife Warden for acquisition or possession of scheduled animals. Q. 12. What is Section 43 of Wildlife Act? It prohibits transfer or sale of scheduled animals without official permission. Q. 13. What is Degraded Wildlife Sanctuary? A. Orissa Sanctuary upgraded to a tiger reserve known for biodiversity and ecotourism. Q. 14. Where is Sundarbans Tiger Reserve located? In West Bengal within the world's largest mangrove ecosystem. Q. 15. What is unique about Sundarbans ecosystem? It is the only mangrove habitat of tigers and a Ramsar site. Q. 16. Where is Dibru-Sakhova National Park located? In Assam between the Brahmaputra and Dibru rivers. Q. 17. What is World Elephant Day? An annual global event to raise awareness about elephant conservation. Q. 18. What is Operation Falcon? An Assam-led anti-poaching operation targeting rhino poaching networks. Q. 19. What is the 16th lion population estimation? A census showing 891 Asiatic lions in Gujarat with significant population growth. Q. 20. What is the key ecological role of elephants? They act as keystone species by dispersing seeds and shaping ecosystems. Q. 1. What is Wantara? Wantara is a private, non-commercial wildlife rescue and rehabilitation center developed by Reliance Foundation in Gujarat. Q. 2. Where is Wantara located? It is located in Jamnagar, Gujarat, inside the Reliance refinery township spread over 3,500 acres. Q. 3. What is the aim of Wantara? To rescue, rehabilitate, and provide medical care to injured, abandoned, and trafficked wildlife. Q. 4. What is GZRRC in Wantara? Green's Zoological Rescue and Rehabilitation Center is a dedicated facility within Wantara for animal care and recovery. Q. 5 is Wantara open to the public? No, it is a non-commercial rescue center and not a zoo or safari park. Q. 6 what is Asian giant tortoise? It is the largest land tortoise in mainland Asia and a critically endangered forest-dwelling species. Q. 7 where is Asian giant tortoise found? It is found in Northeast India and Southeast Asian tropical forests. Q. 8 what is its ecological role? It helps in seed dispersal, soil turnover, and forest regeneration. Q. 9 what is Operation Olivia? It is an Indian Coast Guard initiative to protect olive ridley turtles during mass nesting. Q. 10 where is Operation Olivia mainly implemented? Along Odisha's coastline, especially Gahirmatha, Rushikulya, and Devi river mouth. Q. 11 what is olive ridley turtle? It is the smallest sea turtle species known for mass nesting called Aribada. Q. 12 what is Gharial conservation program? A captive breeding and release program started in 1975 to restore Gharial populations. Q. 13 where are Gharials mainly found in India? Primarily in the Chambal River and other North Indian river systems. Q. 14 what is special about Gharial snout? It is long and narrow, adapted specifically for catching fish. Q. 15 what is Gharial conservation method used? Eggs are collected, incubated, juveniles reared, and later released into rivers. Q. 16 what is IUCN status of Gharial? It is critically endangered. Q. 17 what is key feature of Wantara Elephant Center? It includes hydrotherapy pools, imaging systems, and specialized medical care. Q. 18 what is uniqueness of Operation Olivia? It combines aerial surveillance, patrols, and community awareness for turtle protection. Q. 19 what is Asian giant tortoise known as? It is often called the small elephant of the forest due to its ecological role. Q. 20 what is main threat to Gharials? Habitat loss, river pollution, and accidental fishing net entanglement. Q. 1 what is saltwater crocodile? It is the largest living reptile and apex aquatic predator found in mangrove and coastal ecosystems. Q. 2 what is the scientific name of saltwater crocodile? Crocodilus porosus. Q. 3 where is saltwater crocodile found in India? In Sundarbans, Orissa coast, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Q. 4 what is the recent population trend in Sundarbans? It shows a rise to 213 direct sightings in 2025 with increased hatchlings. Q. 5 what is unique about saltwater crocodile? It is a hypercarnivorous apex predator capable of surviving in both fresh and saline water. Q. 6 what is Greater Flamingo Sanctuary in Dhanushkodi? A newly notified sanctuary in Tamil Nadu for protecting migratory wetland birds. Q. 7 where is Dhanushkodi Flamingo Sanctuary located? In Ramanathapuram district within the Gulf of Mannar Biosphere Reserve. Q. 8 what is the scientific name of Greater Flamingo? Phoenicopterus roseus. Q. 9 what is unique feature of flamingos? They filter feed using downturn bills and get pink color from carotenoids. Q. 10 what is grassland bird census in Kaziranga? It is the first dedicated survey of grassland birds in Kaziranga National Park. Q. 11 what method was used in Kaziranga bird census? Passive acoustic monitoring and AI-based bird net analysis. Q. 12 how many bird species were recorded in Kaziranga census? 43 species including critically endangered and vulnerable species. Q. 13 what is Fin's weaver significance? Over 85 nests of this endangered species were discovered in Kaziranga. Q. 14 what is env1 anomalous blue? It is a rare butterfly endemic to Armenia used as COP17 CBD logo. Q. 15 what is COP17 CBD? It is the 17th conference of parties under the UN Convention on Biological Diversity. Q. 16 where will COP17 be held? Yerevan, Armenia in 2026. Q. 17 what is Meghalaya cave fish discovery? Schistera densiclava, a newly discovered cave-dwelling loach species. Q. 18 what is special about Schistera densiclava? It survives in low oxygen cave water but retains vision and pigmentation. Q. 19 what is Maujungyuan cave? A limestone cave in Meghalaya known for unique stalagmite formations. Q. 20 what is ecological role of saltwater crocodile? It regulates prey populations and maintains coastal ecosystem balance. Q. 1 what is Malabar large spotted civet? It is a critically endangered carnivorous mammal found in the Western Ghats. Q. 2 what is the scientific name of Malabar large spotted civet? Vivera civetina. Q. 3 what is the IUCN status of Malabar large spotted civet? Critically endangered. Q. 4 where is Malabar large spotted civet found today? Mainly in fragmented habitats and cashew plantations in the Western Ghats. Q. 5 what is Fayaz langur? It is an endangered primate species found in Northeast India and neighboring countries. Q. 6 what is Western hoolog gibbon? It is India's only ape species, known for brachiation and vocal duets. Q. 7 what is IUCN status of Fayaz langur and hoolog gibbon? Both are classified as endangered species. Q. 8 what is sola? It is the world's rarest large land mammal, also called the Asian unicorn. Q. 9 where is sola found? In the Annamite Mountains along Laos-Vietnam border. Q. 10 what is IUCN status of sola? Critically endangered. Q. 11 what is significance of solar genome mapping? It enables genetic rescue and supports captive breeding and conservation. Q. 12 what is Allegrapha affusosauridica? It is a newly discovered lichen species from the Western Ghats. Q. 13 what is special about Allegrapha affusosauridica? It shows rare chemical traits like nostictic acid and uses polyphasic taxonomy. Q. 14 what is rhino horn made of? It is made of keratin, the same protein found in hair and nails. Q. 15 how does rhino horn grow? It grows continuously at about 2 centimeters per year. Q. 16 what is greater one-horned rhinoceros? It is the largest rhino species found in India and Nepal. Q. 17 what is IUCN status of Indian rhino? Vulnerable. Q. 18 where is Indian rhino mainly found? Kaziranga, Jaldapara, and Chitwan national parks. Q. 19 what is ecological role of rhino? It acts as a keystone grazer shaping grassland and wetland ecosystems. Q. 20 what is key feature of Western hoolog gibbon? It is India's only ape capable of brachiation at speeds up to 55 km per hour. What is northern white rhino? UNS, a critically endangered subspecies of white rhino with only 2 individuals left in Kenya. 1. Why is white rhino called square-lipped rhino? UNS, because it has a broad square upper lip adapted for grazing. 2. What is origin of name white rhino? UNS, from Afrikaans word, wait, meaning white, referring to its broad muzzle. 3. Where are southern white rhinos found? UNS, mainly South Africa with smaller populations in Kenya, Namibia, and Zimbabwe. 4. What is IUCN status of northern white rhino? UNS, critically endangered. 5. What is IUCN status of southern white rhino? UNS, near threatened. 6. What is special feature of white rhino diet? UNS, they are exclusive grazers feeding on short grasses. 7. Which is second largest land mammal? UNS, white rhinoceros. 8. How many horns does white rhino have? Ans. 2 horns, with the front horn larger. 9. What is humpback whale's scientific name? Ans. Megaptera novainglii. 10. What is IUCN status of humpback whale? Ans. Vulnerable. 11. What is unique feeding method of humpback whale? Ans. Bubble net feeding using air bubbles to trap prey. 12. What are baleen whales? Ans. Whales that use baleen plates to filter feed plankton and krill. 13. Water-toothed whales. Ans. Whales with teeth that hunt fish and squid. 14. Where are humpback whales found? Ans. All major oceans across polar and tropical regions. 15. What is special feature of humpback whale songs? Ans. Males sing complex evolving songs to attract mates. 16. What is Hangal deer scientific name? Ans. Savas hanglu hanglu. 17. Where is Hangal deer found? Ans. Jammu and Kashmir and northern Himachal Pradesh. 18. What is IUCN status of Hangal deer? Ans. Critically endangered. 19. What is main habitat of Hangal deer? Ans. Dachigam National Park. 20. What is population of Hangal deer? Recent estimate. Ans. Around 289 individuals. 21. What is special feature of Hangal antlers? Ans. Multi-tined antlers with 11 to 16 points. 22. What is Ongole cattle native region? Ans. Prakasham district, Andhra Pradesh. 23. What is scientific classification of Ongole cattle? Ans. Bos indicus. 24. What is key feature of Ongole cattle? Ans. Heat resistance and strong muscular build. 25. Where are Ongole cattle globally used? Ans. Brazil, USA, and Australia for breeding. 26. What is world's most expensive cow? 2025 related. Ans. Vietnam 19 Ongole lineage. 27. What is origin of Khare camel name? Ans. From Gujarati word, khara, meaning salty. 28. Where are Khare camels found? Ans. Kutch region of Gujarat. 29. What is unique ability of Khare camel? Ans. It can swim up to 3 kilometers in sea. 30. What is diet of Khare camel? Ans. Mangrove vegetation. 31. Which community rears Khare camels? Ans. Rabari and Fakirani Jat communities. 32. What is orangutan meaning? Ans. Person of the forest, in Malay. 33. Where are orangutans found? Ans. Sumatra and Borneo Islands. 34. What is orangutan DNA similarity with humans? Ans. About 97%. 35. How many orangutan species exist? Ans. 3 species. 36. Which is rarest orangutan species? Ans. Tapanuli orangutan. 37. What is IUCN status of all orangutans? Ans. Critically endangered. 38. What is key threat to orangutans? Ans. Deforestation and palm oil plantations. 39. What is special reproductive feature of orangutans? Ans. One birth every 6 to 8 years. 40. What is humpback whale classification? Ans. Baleen whale. 41. What is white rhino adaptation? Ans. Broadlip for grazing grass. 42. What is northern white rhino survival status? Ans. Only 2 individuals remain alive. 43. Which whale sings complex songs? Ans. Humpback whale. 44. What is role of humpback whale in ecosystem? Ans. Maintains marine food chain balance. 45. What is Hangal conservation concern? Ans. Rapid population decline due to habitat loss. 46. What is Ongole cattle known for globally? Ans. Strong drought and heat resistance. 47. What is Khare camel ecological adaptation? Ans. Saline mangrove ecosystem survival. 48. What is orangutan lifestyle? Ans. Arboreal tree dwelling lifestyle. 49. What is white rhino feeding behavior? Ans. Exclusive grazer of short grasses. What is Arctic reindeer? Ans. A large herbivorous ungulate, Ringifer tarandus, adapted to Arctic and subarctic regions. 1. What is Arctic reindeer known as in North America? Ans. Caribou. 2. Where are Arctic reindeer found? Ans. Arctic tundra and boreal forests of North America and Eurasia. 3. What is key adaptation of Arctic reindeer? Ans. Thick fur, wide hooves, and ability to feed on lichens in winter. 4. What is IUCN status of Arctic reindeer? Ans. Vulnerable. 5. What is ecological role of Arctic reindeer? Ans. Regulates tundra vegetation and supports Arctic biodiversity. 6. What is jellyfish? Ans. Free-swimming marine invertebrates belonging to phylum Cnidaria. 7. How old are jellyfish evolutionarily? Ans. More than 500 million years old. 8. What is body composition of jellyfish? Ans. About 95% water with no brain, heart, or bones. 9. What is jellyfish stinging structure called? Ans. Nematocysts. 10. What is jellyfish bloom? Ans. Sudden population explosion under favorable conditions. 11. What is jellyfish habitat? Ans. Oceans worldwide, from surface to deep sea. 12. What is Nilgirita scientific name? Ans. Nilgiritragus hylicryas. 13. What is IUCN status of Nilgirita? Ans. Endangered. 14. Where is Nilgirita found? Ans. Southern Western Ghats, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. 15. What is state animal of Tamil Nadu? Ans. Nilgirita. 16. What is special feature of Nilgirita males? Ans. Silver saddle patch on back. 17. What is sunflower sea star? Ans. Large multi-armed marine predator starfish. 18. What is IUCN status of sunflower sea star? Ans. Critically endangered. 19. Where is sunflower sea star found? Ans. Pacific Ocean from Alaska to Baja, California. 20. What is main prey of sunflower sea star? Ans. Sea urchins and other invertebrates. 21. What caused sea star wasting disease? Ans. Bacterium Vibrio pectinicida. 22. What is ecological impact of sea star loss? Ans. Kelp forest collapse due to sea urchin overpopulation. 23. What is Arctic reindeer ecological importance? Ans. Maintains tundra balance and supports carbon cycle regulation. 24. What is jellyfish feeding mechanism? Ans. Uses tentacles with nematocysts to capture prey. 25. What is movement type of jellyfish? Ans. Passive drifting with water currents. 26. What is Nilgirita habitat type? Ans. Montane grasslands and shoulder forest edges. 27. What is lifespan of Nilgirita? Ans. Around 3 to 9 years. 28. What is special ability of sunflower sea star? Ans. Can move up to 1 meter per minute. 29. What is Arctic reindeer human significance? Ans. Important for food, clothing, and culture of indigenous Arctic communities. Q47. What is mouse deer? Chevrotain. A47. Mouse deer is the world's smallest hoofed mammal belonging to the primitive ruminant family Tragulidae. 47. Q48. Why was the silverback chevrotain news important? A48. It was rediscovered in Vietnam after being thought extinct for over 30 years. 48. Q49. What is the scientific name of mouse deer? A49. Key species include Tragulus conchil, Tragulus napu, and Tragulus versicolor. 49. Q50. Where are mouse deer found? A50. They are found in tropical forests of South and Southeast Asia and parts of Africa. 50. Q51. What is a unique survival trait of mouse deer? A51. They can submerge underwater for several minutes to escape predators. 51. Q52. What is Asiatic lion scientific name? A52. The Asiatic lion is scientifically known as Panthera leopersica. 52. Q53. Where is Asiatic lion found? A53. It is found only in Gir National Park and surrounding areas of Gujarat. 53. Q54. What is the IUCN status of Asiatic lion? A54. It is listed as vulnerable on the IUCN Red List. 54. Q55. What is a key feature of Asiatic lion? A55. It has a sparse mane with visible ears and a long belly fold. 55. Q56. What is bonnet macaque? A56. It is a primate endemic to southern India with a distinctive bonnet-shaped hair whorl. 56. Q57. What is the habitat of bonnet macaque? A57. It is found in western ghats, plantations, forests, and urban areas. 57. Q58. What is the IUCN status of bonnet macaque? A58. It is listed as least concern. 58. Q59. What is Iridogorgia chewbacca? A59. It is a newly discovered deep-sea coral species from the western Pacific Ocean. 59. Q60. Why is it named Chewbacca coral? A60. It is named due to its hairy, curly appearance resembling the Star Wars character Chewbacca. 60. Q61. What is a pilot whale? A61. Pilot whales are large oceanic dolphins known for strong social bonds and mass strandings. 61. Q62. What is pilot whale habitat? A62. They are found in tropical, temperate, and subpolar oceans worldwide. 62. Q63. What is Environmental Protection Fund? A63. It is a fund that uses environmental penalties for pollution control and ecological restoration. 63. Q64. What is aim of Environmental Protection Fund? A64. It aims to recycle pollution penalties into environmental protection and clean technology initiatives. 64. Q65. What is National Green Tribunal NGT? A65. It is a specialized judicial body for speedy resolution of environmental disputes in India. 65. Q66. What is NGT objective? A66. It ensures environmental protection, compensation, and enforcement of environmental laws. Q47. What is Dal Lake? A47. Dal Lake is a famous urban freshwater lake and wetland ecosystem in Srinagar, known as the jewel in the crown of Kashmir. 47. Q48. Where is Dal Lake located? A48. It is located in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir, surrounded by Mughal gardens. 48. Q49. How was Dal Lake formed? A49. It was formed by tectonic and glacial processes in the Kashmir Valley lacustrine system. 49. Q50. Which river is Dal Lake connected to? A50. It is hydrologically connected to the Jhelum river system. 50. Q51. What are key features of Dal Lake? A51. It has floating gardens, houseboats, shikaras, and is divided into 4 basins. 51. Q52. What is mangrove clam, Geloina erosa? A52. It is a large ecologically important bivalve found in mangrove and estuarine ecosystems. 52. Q53. Where is mangrove clam found? A53. It is found in South and Southeast Asian mangrove and intertidal muddy zones. 53. Q54. What is special about mangrove clam feeding? A54. It is a filter feeder that improves water quality by recycling nutrients. 54. Q55. What is the ecological role of mangrove clam? A55. It stabilizes sediments and supports nutrient cycling in mangrove ecosystems. 55. Q56. What is Ramsar site? A56. It is a wetland site of international importance under the Ramsar Convention, 1971. 56. Q57. Where was Ramsar Convention signed? A57. It was signed in Ramsar, Iran in 1971. 57. Q58. What is aim of Ramsar Convention? A58. It aims to conserve and sustainably use wetlands for biodiversity and ecosystem services. 58. Q59. What is Patna Bird Sanctuary known for? A59. It is known for hosting around 3 lakh birds of over 300 species. 59. Q60. What is Chari-Dhand wetland? A60. It is a seasonal desert wetland in Kutch, Gujarat supporting migratory birds. 60. Q61. What is Gogabil Lake? A61. It is a natural oxbow lake in Bihar acting as a floodplain wetland ecosystem. 61. Q62. What is Minar wetland famous for? A62. It is known as Bird Village for its community-led bird conservation. 62. Q63. What is Keechan wetland famous for? A63. It is famous for large wintering flocks of Dembazal cranes. Below is the segregated one-line question and answer format with numbering. India Wetlands Resolution. Q1. What is the India Wetlands Resolution? A1. A global resolution introduced by India at Ramsar COP15 to integrate sustainable lifestyles into wetland conservation using a whole-of-society approach. Q2. What is the aim of the India Wetlands Resolution? A2. To promote pro-planet behavioral choices and integrate sustainable consumption into wetland policies and management. Q3. What is the behavioral focus of the resolution? A3. It recognizes individual and community choices as central to wetland conservation. Q4. What does policy integration in the resolution mean? A4. It encourages inclusion of lifestyle-based interventions in national and local wetland management plans. Q5. What is SAPA alignment in the resolution? A5. It supports communication, education, participation and awareness SAPA under resolution. 14.8. Q6. What is the educational focus of the resolution? A6. It emphasizes education and awareness campaigns on sustainable wetland use at all levels. Q7. What is the collaborative approach in the resolution? A7. It promotes public-private partnerships for mobilizing sustainable actions. Q8. What global linkages does the resolution have? A8. It builds on ANIA 6/8, 2024 and UNFCCC COP26 mission life, strengthening India's climate leadership. Hard corals. Q9. What are hard corals? A9. Marine animals that secrete calcium carbonate skeletons forming coral reefs supporting marine biodiversity. Q10. What is the role of hard corals in ecosystems? A10. They form reef structures that support fish nurseries, coastal protection, and biodiversity. Q11. What are types of corals? A11. Hard corals, reef building, and soft corals, non-reef building. Q12. What is the key feature of hard corals? A12. They build calcium carbonate skeletons forming reef rock over centuries. Q13. What is zooxanthella's role in corals? A13. It provides food to corals through photosynthesis. Q14. What are major threats to hard corals? A14. Bleaching, coral diseases like SCTLD, and herbivore decline. Senna spectabilis. Q15. What is Senna spectabilis? A15. A fast-growing ornamental tree that has become an invasive alien species in India. Q16. Where is Senna spectabilis native to? A16. South and Central America. Q17. Where is it invasive in India? A17. Western Ghats regions like Nilgiris, Mudumalai, and Satyamangalam. Q18. What is the key characteristic of Senna spectabilis? A18. It grows 7 to 18 m tall with dense yellow flowering canopy. Q19. What is its ecological impact? A19. It reduces biodiversity by forming monocultures and affecting wildlife movement. Q20. What is its IUCN status? A20. Least concern. Opium poppy cultivation. Q21. What is opium poppy? A21. A plant cultivated for latex used to produce medicinal and narcotic alkaloids. Q22. What are main alkaloids from opium poppy? A22. Morphine, codeine, and thebaine. Q23. What climate does opium poppy require? A23. Cool, dry regions with well-drained soil. Q24. How is opium harvested? A24. Capsules are lanced to collect latex which is dried and processed. Q25. What are medical uses of opium? A25. Pain relief, cough suppression, and drug synthesis. Romari Donduva Wetland Complex. Q26. Where is Romari Donduva Wetland located? A26. In Lakhova Wildlife Sanctuary, Assam, part of Kaziranga Tiger Reserve landscape. Q27. What is its ecological role? A27. It acts as a migratory corridor between Kaziranga and Oring National Parks. Q28. What is its biodiversity importance? A28. It hosts over 120 bird species and supports migratory birds. Q29. What is special about Bird Census 2025? A29. It recorded over 47,000 birds in the wetland complex. Q30. What Ramsar significance does it have? A30. It meets 8 of 9 Ramsar criteria for international recognition. AI-enabled center at Betla National Park. Q31. What is the AI-enabled center at Betla National Park? A31. A high-tech nature interpretation hub in Palamu Tiger Reserve using AI and AR technologies. Q32. What technologies are used in the center? A32. AI assistants, 3D holograms, AR, and immersive sound systems. Q33. What is the purpose of this center? A33. To enhance ecotourism, conservation education, and wildlife research. Q34. Where is Betla National Park located? A34. In Latehar district, Jharkhand. Red ivy plant. Q35. What is red ivy plant? A35. A medicinal tropical plant known for wound healing properties. Q36. What is its scientific name? A36. Strobilanthus alternator. Q37. What compound makes it medicinally important? A37. Actiacide, which has antioxidant and antimicrobial properties. Q38. Where is red ivy found? A38. Tropical regions including India, Sri Lanka, and Southeast Asia. Q39. What is its ecological feature? A39. It is easily cultivable and supports sustainable medicinal use. Here is the one-line question and answer, segregated plus numbered format. Green credit tree plantation methodology. Q1. What is green credit under the green credit program? A1. A market-based incentive rewarding voluntary eco-friendly actions like tree plantation, mangrove restoration, and waste management. Q2. What is the main aim of green credit program? A2. To encourage voluntary ecological restoration by industries, cooperatives, and communities. Q3. What major shift does green credit promote in forestry accounting? A3. It shifts focus from tree counting to ecological outcomes like survival and canopy density. Q4. When are green credits awarded? A4. Only after 5 years of verified tree survival and growth. Q5. What is the minimum canopy requirement for green credit issuance? A5. At least 40% canopy density is required. Q6. What is the value of 1 green credit? A6. One surviving tree beyond 5 years equals 1 green credit. Q7. Are green credits tradable? A7. No, they are non-tradable and non-transferable except within holding subsidiary firms. Q8. How can green credits be used? A8. They can be exchanged once for CSR, compensatory afforestation, or project obligations and then extinguished. Invasive alien species, IAS. Q9. What is an invasive alien species? A9. A non-native species that threatens biodiversity, ecosystems, or human well-being. Q10. Who defines IAS in India? A10. The National Biodiversity Authority, NBA. Q11. What is the key trait of IAS? A11. High adaptability to new environments. Q12. Why do IAS spread rapidly? A12. Due to aggressive growth and lack of natural predators. Q13. What is the global economic cost of IAS? A13. Over $2.2 trillion since 1960. Q14. Which region has the highest IAS cost? A14. Europe with about $1.5 trillion. Q15. Name major IAS in India. A15. Lantana camera, Parthenium hysterophorus, Prosopis juliflora, and water hyacinth. Q16. What is one major ecological impact of IAS? A16. They displace native species and reduce biodiversity. Q17. What health impact do IAS cause? A17. Allergies and respiratory diseases due to invasive weeds. Q18. Which law governs IAS globally? A18. Convention on Biological Diversity, CBD, 1992. Coral bleaching. Q19. What is coral bleaching? A19. Loss of symbiotic algae, zooxanthellae, from corals due to stress. Q20. What happens when corals lose algae? A20. They lose food source and color, turning white. Q21. What is the main cause of coral bleaching? A21. Increased sea temperature due to climate change. Q22. Does bleaching always kill corals? A22. No, corals can recover if stress is temporary. Q23. What is the final stage of prolonged bleaching? A23. Coral death and reef ecosystem degradation. Biostimulants. Q24. What are biostimulants? A24. Substances or microbes that enhance plant growth and stress resistance without acting as fertilizers or pesticide. Q25. What is a key feature of biostimulants? A25. They stimulate plant physiological processes instead of supplying nutrients. Q26. What are biostimulants usually made from? A26. Plant residues, seaweed extracts, or beneficial microbes. Q27. Under which law are biostimulants regulated in India? A27. Fertilizer Control Order, FCO, 1985, amended in 2021. Q28. What toxicity tests are required for approval? A28. Oral, dermal, inhalation, eye, and skin toxicity tests. Q29. Who oversees biostimulant regulation in India? A29. Central Biostimulant Committee under the Agriculture Ministry. If you want, I can also convert all these into checkmark MCQs. Revision flashcards check mark PDF notes for UPSC revision. One-page summary sheet below is the segregated one-line question and answer format with numbering Q1 onwards. Walk Port Green Hydrogen Project. Q1. What is India's first port-based green hydrogen pilot project? A1. A green hydrogen production facility established at VO Chidambarar, VOC, Port, Tuticorin. Q2. What is the capacity of the WOC green hydrogen plant? A2. 10 cubic Newton meters per hour at a cost of 3.87 crore rupees. Q3. Which programs is the project aligned with? A3. Coastal Green Shipping Corridor, Sagarmala, and Viksit Bharat 2047 mission. Q4. What is the aim of the WOC green hydrogen project? A4. To promote green shipping and reduce fossil fuel dependence in port operations. Q5. What will green hydrogen be used for in VOC port? A5. To power streetlights and F charging stations in the port colony. Q6. Where is VOC port located? A6. In Tuticorin, Tamil Nadu on the Coromandel coast of the Bay of Bengal. Q7. What was VOC port earlier called? A7. It was formerly known as Tuticorin Port. Solar Energy Corporation of India SECI. Q8. What is SECI? A8. A CPSU under MNRE implementing India's renewable energy programs. Q9. When was SECI established? A9. In 2011 under the National Solar Mission. Q10. What is SECI's future renamed identity? A10. Renewable Energy Corporation of India RECI. Q11. What is SECI's key role in power sector? A11. It provides long-term power sale agreements to renewable energy developers. Q12. What schemes does SECI implement? A12. Solar parks, rooftop solar, VGF schemes, and hybrid renewable projects. Q13. What innovative energy models does SECI promote? A13. Solar wind hybrids, RTC power, and firm and dispatchable FDRE. Solid waste management SWM rules 2026. Q14. What are SWM rules 2026? A14. New waste management rules replacing SWM rules 2016 under Environment Protection Act. Q15. What is the main goal of SWM rules 2026? A15. To achieve zero waste to landfill through circular economy and EPR. Q16. What segregation system is introduced? A16. 4-stream segregation, wet, dry, sanitary, and special care waste. Q17. Who are bulk waste generators BWG? A17. Entities generating 100 kilograms plus waste daily at 20,000 SQM plus area. Q18. What is extended BWG responsibility? A18. BWGs must process wet waste or buy EBWGR certificates. Q19. What is RDF usage mandate? A19. Industries must replace 15% fossil fuel with refuse-derived fuel. Gay Target Amendment Rules 2025. Q20. What are Gay Amendment Rules 2025? A20. Rules setting mandatory emission intensity targets for industries under CCTS. Q21. Which sectors are covered? A21. Petroleum, petrochemicals, textiles, and secondary aluminium. Q22. What is the baseline year? A22. Financial year 2023-24. Q23. What is the penalty for non-compliance? A23. Twice the average carbon credit price payable as environmental compensation. Q24. What is the emission reduction target? A24. Around 3 to 7% reduction by 2026-27. Aerosols. Q25. What are aerosols? A25. Tiny solid or liquid particles suspended in the atmosphere. Q26. What are natural sources of aerosols? A26. Dust, sea spray, volcanic eruptions, and forest fires. Q27. What is black carbon effect? A27. It absorbs heat and contributes to atmospheric warming. Q28. How do aerosols affect climate? A28. They can cool by reflecting sunlight or warm by absorbing heat. Secondary pollutants. Q29.